The cabinet meeting, held this Thursday, September 10th, 2020, reviewed measures to further contain the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. Among the resolutions that called the attention of many include one that authorized public gatherings, such as conferences and weddings, to continue in adherence with health guidelines. These include negative COVID-19 tests at own cost and participants not exceeding 30% of the venue capacity. Some people who are planning weddings during this period acknowledge that the measures in place indeed are intended to save them from contracting the deadly virus. However, they are also concerned about the possibility of incurring extra cost on mandatory tests, while others risk losing the money they had already paid to book services for wedding receptions.
Uraba udafite n'ubushobozi buhagije bwo kuba wakwiyakira cyangwa se ngo wakira abo bantu.
Even the capacity to hold a wedding reception is not readily available. Now you add taking negative COVID-19 test at own cost, which is another budget altogether worth millions. Apart from that, people have already paid booking fee for the wedding reception venues, sound system and costumes. All that money is going to waste.
None ubu byahindutse ayo mafaranga aragiye.
Ntabwo ari ikintu bavuga ko kitworoheye kuko rimwe na rimwe harababaga twari maze kwishyura.
It's not easy because some people had already paid for head services and now there is mandatory COVID-19 test. It is very difficult to get the budget to test 30 people. Money will not be refunded. No one should be blamed for the virus, much as we should also play our part in ensuring that we respect set guidelines.
Ariko kuba bidakunze nta byacitse.
Hoteliers and owners of wedding reception venues say that mandatory COVID-19 test has seen a significant drop in their clientele.
From the moment this resolution of mandatory COVID-19 testing was adopted, we haven't received any conferences and weddings. In case we receive people, we will have to ask them to present negative COVID-19 test results.
Everything has come to a standstill. We no longer have weddings because of the cost implication and have been forced to refund some of the clients who had paid booking fee. If we receive people who want to host conferences and weddings, we will have to ask them to present the negative COVID-19 test results and ensure participants do not exceed 30% of the venue capacity.
The Minister of Local Government, Professor Shaka Anastase, explained some of the key rules should one want to host a wedding reception during this period.
The new development from the latest cabinet resolutions is that if a couple has been wedded before the church and the law and they still want to host wedding reception, they are free to do so, provided they take into account two things. First and foremost, participants should not exceed 30% of venue capacity. Second, everyone will have to take a COVID-19 test at own cost, and this means that if one tests positive, they will not be allowed to attend the reception.
Minister Shaka further explains that the new cabinet resolutions do not change anything in the existing guidelines. 15 people are still permitted to attend civil wedding ceremony, while 30 people are allowed to attend religious wedding ceremony. Meanwhile, the cabinet meeting also resolved that movements are prohibited from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. The extending of curfew hours from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. has been welcomed by several businesses in Kigali.
We're happy that curfew has been put at 9 p.m., but it was such a difficult situation allowing the staff to leave work so early to be home by 7. We're now going to work even harder, and I think it will benefit businesses in general.
People will try their best to respect 9 p.m. curfew. It was difficult for people to be home by 7. They would be rushing, and that led to increase in road accidents. I think accidents are going to reduce.
The previous cabinet meeting held on August 26th had prohibited movements between 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. as one of the measures to contain the spread of COVID-19. However, this led to increase in the number of people arrested for breaking curfew hours, heavy traffic, as well as significant increase in road accidents, especially in urban areas, as people tried to find their way home before 7 p.m. Reporting for RwandaTV News, Athan Tashobya.